Being on a low income is challenging for anyone, but you can still save no matter what. You may feel like you cannot save for retirement or a home, but don't let your lower salary stand in the way of your savings goals. There are a few creative ways to make your money stretch if you're on a tight budget. Sometimes it can be hard to make ends meet when your income isn't as high as you would like or need. But there are a lot of things you can do to stay on top of your bills and save money. Putting together a frugal budget doesn't have to mean living like a monk and depriving yourself of fun stuff. Today I'm going to share some personal tips that can help you save money without sacrificing the perks of life. You can find all useful links in the description box below. 1. Reduce your accommodation costs. Accommodation costs are the kind of expense that often makes people worry about where their next dollar is coming from. If you can cut the upfront cost, you might be able to accumulate some savings out of it instead. How can I save money on living arrangements? Move to a smaller place or share with roommates. Units are pretty expensive, right? So have you looked around for cheaper or smaller apartments? Many people have been able to make the move to a less expensive town. If you don't have your job tied down in one place, this might be easier for you. If you live alone and are looking to save money, consider renting a room in a shared property. You can save a lot of money by sharing but still have the peace of mind of living on your own. If you have a spare room, why not rent it out or take on a lodger? Where you live, Airbnb might be a good way to make some extra cash. The key to paying off your mortgage quicker is by making extra payments for a set period of time. This option can be more convenient for some people, so think about it as a temporary solution to help you gain financial freedom from loans sooner. When you're constantly living paycheck to paycheck, it's time to look at new ways of handling your situation. 2. Build a budget that works for you. When you don't have much money, budgeting can feel like more trouble than it's worth, but it still works well for saving. It's a key step for saving money on a low income. When you have a budget, you'll know where most of your money is going, which gives you more insight into your finances. This can be useful for making a financial plan. Spending is a problem that people often face. If you don't have any kind of plan for your money, it can be really challenging to avoid spiraling into debt. With a budget and a goal in mind, though, you can just save what's left over at the end of each month without paying much attention to it. Learning how to budget is essential when it comes to how to save money on a low income. So if you're not sure how to go about budgeting, it's probably time for you to sit down and start learning. 3. Switch your energy supplier. It's hard to imagine a world without heating, hot water, and lighting at home. They're necessities and you need them in order to survive. It can be hard to choose a good energy provider because of all the varying offers with no clear distinction between them. The service you get will likely stay the same if you switch companies. It's not uncommon for suppliers to offer different pricing packages and charge different prices depending on what you use. You can quickly and easily switch supplier online, which could save you money in the long term. If you make the switch, you'll be saving a lot of money. Make sure to put it somewhere safe so you can enjoy its benefits and use those savings to work towards your overall goal of saving money fast. 4. Eliminate your debt. It's important not to let debt get in the way of your long-term financial goals. They can stunt your progress and leave you with no savings to speak of at the end of the month. If you're looking for a way out of debt, then you should seriously consider paying off your credit cards and other debts, e.g., student loans. You won't be stuck paying off interest all the time, so you'll have more money to put towards savings. 5. Sell some belongings. When you finish a season of freshening up your house, make sure to set aside some time and be ruthless. Think about what you should throw out or give away and what items are in good enough condition to sell. It's amazing how many things are worth money to other people. You might be surprised what they want to buy from you, like old clothing or something you haven't touched in years. You could make some extra cash off of it all. 6. Automate your savings goals. Deciding to save money is always a tough choice, and you're unlikely to be able to do it every single month. That being said, try saving when you can and then just spend the rest. Unless you move your savings the moment you get them, you potentially could spend your money and then there would be none left. Every time you get paid, set up an auto transfer to your savings account. You can create an emergency fund or a sinking fund to help with expenses, and you'll feel more relieved knowing that the money is sitting safely in savings. The automatic savings approach is a great idea if you're looking to save money fast and think that way. You'll be astounded at how fast your money can add up. You'll also love the financial cushion it creates with your savings on autopilot. 7. Automate your bills. You should also get a bit more organized with your bill pay. Make sure you're paying them on time, as companies can charge you late fees if your repayments are late, so it's best to get ahead of the game and make them before they're due. Best way to make sure you never forget to pay on time is to have it on autopilot. 8. Set realistic financial goals. One of the big downfalls of budgeting is that people can get too excited and cut out too many items on their spending plan. Definitely cutting your spending as low as you can go is one way to increase the speed of your savings, but then what happens after a few months when you end up abandoning the budget? One of the reasons for this is because you're making it so that you don't have any leisure time. It's a good thing to cut back on spending time in the pub, but just don't stay in your home all the time. If this goes on, you will get bored and can't do anything at all. It's good that you're thinking of your future by not blowing all your money on something you'll regret later. Set some goals for yourself, like being debt-free within 3 months. Taking one small goal every day is a great way to prioritize your objectives while encouraging you to rely on yourself. Cutting out an extra movie plan over the weekend and opting for prepping your meals with ingredients from the grocery store can help start you off. Here's a novel idea: walk or bike to work instead of driving. You'll be saving on gas money and also teaching your children about the importance of conserving energy. One idea would be for them to turn off the TV when they are not really interested in watching it. One way to keep your energy bills from skyrocketing is to only turn on your heater on the coldest days. On the other days, you can go for outside dinners so everyone can enjoy the beautiful night together. If you want the best outcome, you need to feel happy and positive about your ideas. People who want to be the most creative are always thinking creatively. You don't have to think that it's going to be a drag for family members or kids if they're involved. 9. Take care of your health. It can be really tough to find any available ways to reduce your medical insurance payments. However, a bandaged approach will help you out in the long run and may even eliminate your medical problems altogether. Here are a few ways to maintain your health and prevent diseases: exercise, eat right, stop smoking, sleep enough. If you have a healthcare plan, then use it to its fullest. For example, if it includes free annual doctor visits, then take time out for one. And if you don't have one, consider creating a healthcare saving account. 10. Downgrade your technology. Smartphones these days can get pricey, so it's not always a necessity to invest in the latest smartphone, especially for things like writing an email or using office applications. However, if you are a parent and want something that can entertain you and the kids, then having a TV might not be such a bad investment. If you're looking for ways to save money, a low income can be tough. As an alternative to expensive technology, an older style phone with no data contract could be the solution. Just think of all the savings you'll make with it. If you want to make quick money and get rid of some items you no longer need, try selling your high-value gadgets. You'll make a bit of cash and can use the money to pay off debts or save up for something special. If you remember, we mentioned that it can be helpful to have a specific goal in mind when you are saving money. Sometimes this goal can involve a big event like buying a house or getting married. Other times, the goal could be more modest. Wherever your savings journey may lead you, the bottom line is, when it comes to saving money on a low income, it can be discouraging. But even if you're struggling financially, you can make a plan to turn things around. Just take a minute and be honest with yourself about your money situation and how much farther you really have to go. No matter how little you earn, it's important to cultivate good personal finance habits. Even if it means having a tight household budget, you can always set aside a little bit of cash for savings. It can be hard to put your money where your mouth is, but it's good to start now. Find the motivation to start saving up. Take one step at a time and do it on your own terms. This way, you'll gradually work towards your financial goals and have more stability in the future. You might find that as you make progress, you'll get creative and find more ways to save money on a low-income level too. If you've got any other tips that has worked for you, feel free to share it down below so that we can all benefit from each other.